Hi, I'm Tyler Free, and I want to do a little discussion about the likely upcoming ban list. I'm not going to call this a straight predictions video, just because it's hard to really call anything a true predictions video, because that would require some insight into Konami's minds, which are nearly incomprehensible anyway. So I'm going to... I've really set up a little backwards because there's too many cards on the list that I want to talk about being able to come off. Otherwise, this stuff would be up here and this stuff would be down here. So I'm going to start with the stuff that I expect to get hit. Or hope will be hit, maybe a better way to put it. Requiem to 0. It is time. It has been about, 9 months? August, September... July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. This is the 9th month we've had to play with Fiendsmith. It's time. And getting rid of Requiem is just the most efficient way to cut out the engine. The alternative is, if you didn't want to preserve the engine but not make it splashable and literally everything ever is cut out a bunch of light fiends in the extra deck. So just to give an idea on how many we'd have to hit, it's actually more than you'd expect. Magnum's enough work, it's probably fine. There's Requiem. Zebrafera is specific, so it's fine. Kiss to Kill deal isn't even out yet. Wraith, the ones you have to work for are fine, but I just want to showcase how many there really are. Exiton you'd have to ban again because of this. You're probably fine leaving Origin. Who's playing will Swarm. Moon you'd have to ban. Mellow Melody is too generic. You'd have to ban it. Theoretically, Armades, people could use one card Armades engines to bridge into it. So it's only a few cards in reality, but it's just not worth the hassle of banning 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that are largely doing fairly little without it to keep Requiem. It just makes more sense. Take away a lore to 1, shifter to 0, trim down Malice without hitting Malice directly. I mean, that's only been out since November, by comparison. It's early for Konami to make major hits here, unlike in the OCG, which had it for several months prior. X to 1, this is mostly just, there isn't a great Ryzeal hit that isn't Bonfire and the like, and so instead you kind of take its splashability away by taking X away from Voiceless and, to a lesser extent, Mitsurugi. They may keep this because of Mitsurugi, depending on what they plan for the new support, I will acknowledge, but in a vacuum, X into Sword is just too splashable. And then Lancia, if we're taking away Shifter, we should probably take away this thing that's turn skipping Malice. Because again, this is Malice's favorite turn skip. Just keep things a little balanced. I don't think we're going to get rid of I just can't see them getting rid of Dimensional Barrier as much as I'd like to see it go. It's just, the time to ban it would have been 2020 when you went back to Master Rule 5, when we went to Master Rule 5. As for the banned cards, let's start with the main deck stuff. Ultimate Offering, I mean, this card is bad except for exactly as a payoff to Makiura, which there are dozens of other powerful trap cards that win the game on the spot if resolved turn 1 with Makiura. Like, this is not that big a deal in reality. Expulsion, if we're going to ban the stuff Sanctifier summons rather than Sanctifier, we can bring back Expulsion. Like, it's that simple. Now, here's where it gets fun. Summon Sork, no one should be surprised to see. This thing's got an errata that makes it a much more tame card. Zen Mighty, I mean, Windup is at full power in Master Duel. It's not doing anything. Like, maybe you can say, oh, we're worried about future support. Then just ban Hunter again. Reminder, they had this right in 2012 with Hunter banned Zen Mighty at 1. Was it 2012 or 2013 by that point? Whatever. Still, there's a better way to deal with Wind-Up than keeping Zen Mighty banned in the deck essentially unplayable. Dryden can come back. Like, we've gotten Barrage back. As long as Rat stays at 1, isn't that big a deal. Sprelf, let's be real, this was hit for tier element reasons. It's a very strong card, but it doesn't need to be banned at this point. Like, we've got ways to deal with it. As ridiculous as design is. And then the 2 Nightmares. I mean, no one's really that worried about splashing Orcust into everything ever. I mean, that was the reason you banned Nightmare, was any 2 monsters became any Nightmare, and then that became Mermaid. And I got you to Orchestrated Nightmare, which was full Orcust combo. You link off of Galatea and you start binning stuff. And then Nightmare Goblin, I mean, this has not done much in Master Duel since coming back, and we've got so many other powerful extenders that Goblin's not that huge an issue anymore. Limits, I mean, Dark Grepher is an old Dark Warrior Link hit. So like Rongo Bongo stuff era. Like, this is a good card, but it's still, it's a lot of graveyard setup, but it's neggy to get there. Morphing Jar, I mean, the jars are just way too slow. The only one I'd say keep banned is Fiber Jar, just because Fiber Jar is prone to just being nonsense. Not because it's good, but just because it's a reset button. We don't need Shahrazad in the game. Charvara, I mean, Unchained is so 2023. Fiend Link is not an issue anymore. Like, this can go to 3 again. Substitute, as long as we keep running Totem Band, Substitute's probably fine. Even though I remember the days of Frog FTK. Like, but really, Substitute-enabled Frog stuff is not going to be an issue in 2025. Hornet Drones, I mean, Striker is a fine enough deck, but it doesn't need to be hit at this point, I don't think. Like, nothing it does is that impressive. And then Sacred Tree, this was a Sprite hit, I recall. Because Naturia Sprite, but who's played Sprite in over 2 years? Very little. Very few people on a competitive level, so not something to be really worried about. And then Healer and Dryas were those random hits from over a year ago to Plant Link. Is Jesse even playing Yu-Gi-Oh anymore? Like, I think she quit, but still, like, who's worried about Plant Link at this point? These could go back to 3 and we would not even notice. Cyber Jar kind of folded in with Morphing Jar. Like, these two are just too slow for what they do. Tsuchinoko and Jackalope are... It's time to come off. Like, they're not... Like, they've been getting weaned off gradually anyway. And if we move them off, it's not going to break the world. Monkey Board. Who remembers Pepe format? It's been almost a decade. Oh my god, it's been over 9 years. It is terrifying to think about. Like, Pepe format in a couple years will be closer to goat. In a few years, will be closer to goat format than the modern day. So that was beginning of 2015. No, 2016 rather. So it's been 9 years in goat formats, 11 years prior. And then the two purely quick plays, like, no one's playing purely, really, so bring him back to 3. Get purely back at full power. No one's going to complain. Honestly, I don't think we're going to see too much shakeup until after Worlds out. But I think these cards, which is pretty in line with what the OCG did in regards to X and Allure, but Shifter, Requiem, and Lancia are additional things that we probably should address. Fire. I need to reset that. Bonfire could probably get hit as well, but I'm not as anticipatory. I'm not anticipating that as much. Seventh Tachyon is just too new, but it's also the reason I think Lancia really needs to be hit. Like, you could... Pure Ryzeal could conceivably run 10 copies of Lancia. With Tachyon, Lancia itself, Thrust, and of course, Sanctum. Like, this is this is a really good chance to hit some form of Lancia. It's like, this should not be okay. And if we're not going to hit 7th Tachyon because it's too new, hitting Lancia makes the most sense to rein this ridiculousness in so we don't choke Malice out too hard. But yeah, like, this seems like a reasonable ask. 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 0. I suppose they may put Lancia at 1, but I would not be happy with that. It's the difference between 10 and 8, not 10 and 0. I'm gonna do a little talking about what I plan to do in the next couple weeks. We've got not Rarity Collection 4. Well, it is, but Rarity Stampede coming out. I'm gonna do a box opening there. I'm gonna probably do a couple deck profiles. Probably Sword Soul Tenyi. Maybe I'll update Voiceless if the X hit happens. Couple others I'll figure out along the way. And then once Alliance Insight hits, I'm updating my Malice deck for that. I've got a list I'm pretty happy with so far, but we've got a month and a half to go. Jesus Christ. It's going to be so slow to get there, it feels like, but it's going to be tomorrow in reality. So yeah, I don't expect all of this to happen. Just not realistic, but I think a good. I think all these cards could come off and be fine at this point. Yes, Expulsion's a little, but no one's playing Branded at this point. Expulsion's not going to be the reason they start playing it again. The Nightmares, honestly, it's been so long, they're fine. Like why? You can say, oh, what if Wind Up finally gets the payoffs to make its near infinite material generation a problem? There are so many other decks that are going to be problems with that if that happens. That I don't think Wind Up will be our primary concern. Unless they get more support, which admittedly, designing Wind Up support is insanely easy. Like, what other thing can we put a Wind Up screw on? Oh, look, it's Wind Up Kaiba. Well, no, it's not, but you get the joke. Actually, I just realized I forgot one more. Invoker. Like, here's another one that could come off and we'll live. Like, why is this here? The OCG's had it for a year and a half and it's barely done anything. But yeah, with that, I think we'll call it a video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to. And have a nice day.